Hi, Kasper.
Hi, Kasper. We are in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. I was just about to say live from Las.
This
I guess
is live
right
from
now
Las
it is
Vegas.
live, but when the episode comes out, it's
Thursday. Like you'll be
on Thursday.
plane?
So today's Tuesday.
Yes.
Thursday it's coming out. And I guess what has happened up until now?
It's been a whirlwind of experiences and things. It seems quite crazy that only a few days has passed.
Yeah.
But it's been amazing.
How's the jet lag?
It's better. Actually, it's better.
Mine was really bad yesterday.
Do you feel that you're getting older? So every year you feel...
I don't like claiming that it's the age causing it.
No.
But we met last evening, late afternoon yesterday. And I can't remember the conversation, but it was something about the month. And for some reason...
You skipped the month of March.
March? I just didn't know
Jan, Feb, April.
I had such a bad brain fog yesterday, right? But we also had an event Sunday.
We did.
At Flight Club. And I think by just mentioning them, we should get sponsorships, right? Or a discount on the bill.
Massive sponsorships, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Or massive discount.
But actually it was the first of a kind for us. Like we've done many events and all of, like together doing something where it's actually active and where people play darts, had good drinks and good food.
I thought it was amazing, and the feedback I received from the clients that attended and Adobe from the Nordics attended as well.
Yeah.
Only had positive things to say, right? Yeah. So if people are in Vegas and need a place to play some darts and have fun,
absolutely,
Flight Club is definitely the place, right?
I have to say though, I would consider inviting you after getting the leaderboard back. You were a clear number one, which annoys. But I noticed.
Stop it.
I noticed that you're also the one playing most games. So
I don't think it's counting the game. So this is just a bad excuse that I'm number one, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it was amazing, and the mix of Adobe professionals, Adobe customers, users. Like the mix was perfect, and the conversations over the dot was so interesting. Both talking about new, existing use cases and use cases to come.
Yeah.
So I really like the combination of these things. Like that's something we're going to do again.
And the purpose, just to put some words on that, for us, it's more, the important thing is just having or building a community of people flying in or flying over the pond to attend in Summit, because there's 14,000 people attending. I think 2,000 is from Adobe, and then partner customers is 12,000.
Yeah.
So just being able to actually recognize a few faces when you go into the sessions and
we called it pre-summit.
Right?
So
exactly.
It's like you're right.
And just getting customers together who can share, the wins and the struggles that they have with the Adobe solutions is really the important thing, at least for us when doing an event like that, right?
And we had hope for success, but actually, like way more people showed up than we could ever have imagined.
Yeah.
So we need both to go back to our financial departments and.
Yeah, I definitely need to talk to Lucas, and I'm probably gonna wait until I get home so he doesn't cancel my flight.
Yeah. No, but it was worth it, and I think it's opening up the conversation of events ROI, which is. I've said it a few times in our series here, like we need to dedicate an episode on that, because how we create ROI from events has changed.
Yeah.
Like from this very salesy, where we need to go book meetings and do all these things where we talk about what we're selling, what we do, to the conversational part of it, which is essentially the value of all. And bringing back to your point about community, like now we're in front of Experience League here in Las Vegas at the Adobe stand. And it's all about community. Like the great conversations happens from these things, and the conversations around business also happens if we put it a bit in the background sometimes. And I enjoy that very much in terms of it becomes like a bit more shoulders down. So we talk about the things that actually matters and how people can help each other and learn from each other and all these things.
Absolutely.
Which is also the interview that we're going to share later with Caitlin from Adobe, talking about the Experience League amongst.
So we have Caitlin coming on talking about Experience League, and the value or perspective that drives, right?
Yes.
We have Derek talking about new things coming in Analytics and CJA. Jason talking about AJO. Some new stuff coming into the AJO.
Yeah. So basically, all the topics that we've discussed over the last 1.5 seasons in desktop data.
Yeah.
And I really like that, and I think I look forward. It will be there.
Yeah. Before jumping into the interviews.
Yes.
Then I thought it could be interesting just adding a perspective on what's the benefit of attending Adobe Summit in person, because it's not cheap. No. The ticket is not cheap. Getting the flights and hotels is certainly not cheap either, or cheap. And you can also see some of the sessions and other sessions virtually, right?
Yeah.
So why attend Summit?
Yeah, that's a good question. And why I think it's a good question is because, like, for me, it's a no-brainer. Like, we've been here many times before, but sitting back home, it's a big decision. Yeah. But the outcome of being here, the outcome of Adobe making like key developers, key product evangelists, and like the ones who actually influence the product available, that you talk to them directly, both from EMEA, but also from USA and the entire globe. I think that's something that you're not seeing many places. No. And at the same time, the customers here, like shoulders down conversations about what's really going on, how we can help each other, how we can do these things, something that you won't get online or at many other conventions, I feel.
And it's something that's difficult to put a price on as well, right? But I think I think the value, as you said, is that all the critical people at Adobe who's driving the products is making themselves available for customers, right? Yeah. And it's not just about being on a VIP track or anything. You know, you can approach them after the sessions that they're doing and get some insights. Yeah. And then talking about community, I mean, as soon as you go up and down the escalators at the hotel and they see your badge on it, people start engaging and talking, right?
I had conversations every morning to the convention hall from the elevator in the hotel. That's great. That's what we want, right?
But obviously it's difficult to put is it worth the price? And then just being here, I mean, the atmosphere, the vibe, you cannot avoid getting excited about Adobe or Summit, right? No. When you're here.
No, absolutely not.
Which certainly cannot be replicated into a virtual attendance or session, right?
No, and I understand there are many reasons why you would not go for economical reasons and stuff like that. But if we talk ROI on that, like I have never seen it not being positive. No. Like it's always a positive ROI in terms of the community, in terms of the people that you meet, in terms of the business opportunities that happens when we talk about how to succeed with using Adobe. Yeah. Because I think that's the key, that's the real ROI. Like we can buy all the tools, but if we don't have the foundation to make them work and the knowledge and the help around us to implement it, then it makes no sense. And this is the ROI for me. Yeah.
And then be inspired by not just the sessions, but actually meeting other clients, both in the same industry and other industries. Yeah. And as I said in the beginning, understand, how have they addressed some of the challenges, or what are some of the wins that you can replicate into your setup, right?
Exactly.
And that you cannot get in a virtual session.
You cannot.
No.
And the connection, like for us, also customers, like we have a lot of customers here, and the conversation is just different, right? Yeah. So when people meet face to face, it's something that kind of have gone a bit away after Corona. And I know that we are back on this, but we haven't come fully back. No. So we need to invest in this because it pays off so many times, right? Yeah. And we're really trying to do this. Like we did the flight club thing. Yeah. We also did the running club. So before day one, we had a morning running club meeting up at 7 a.m., which we should probably do even earlier, but like just having people meet. So as you said in the beginning, when we get to the convention, when we walk around, having all these conversations, we say hi to people.
There's a familiar face, right?
Yeah. You should talk to this person. Like from what you said to me and what we just talked about, this, and I love that. Like let's not undervalue that because it's like so important.
Good. With that said, I think let's roll the interviews and hopefully let people get some insight from those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Casper.
Really appreciate you finding time to meet us. For those who don't know you, can you just quickly?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Caitlin Foster. I'm the head of the Experience League Community Engagement Team.
And is this your first time at Summit?
No, it's my third.
Your third time. So what do you think of Summit?
It's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome?
Yeah, this year's been a bigger year for us. We have
Yeah.
new activations for Experience League in our community, so we're pretty excited about it.
And that's one of the reasons I thought it could be really interesting talking to you, because Experience League is a big thing, but when I talk to customers, I'm surprised how many is not, fully familiar
Yeah.
with
yeah,
Experience League.
I know. It shocks me as well.
Yeah.
It's a problem that we are working on, though. Yeah.
So what is Experience League then, for those who don't know?
Sure. Yeah. Experience League is the Adobe Digital Experience Cloud's online platform and space for learning, everything learning. So all of our learning content, our community content. If you are a beginner user of a product, whether you're a business user or a developer, or all the way to advanced, you can come into to Experience League and you can access lots of different types of learning content. Everything from tutorials, perspective articles written by other customers and users. We have training, we have certifications, we have all of our documentation, everything.
What is it you don't have?
I know. Well, that's pretty much true. Exactly. So yes, everything is in Experience League.
Okay.
It is all customized to your profile. So we leverage all of our Adobe solutions as well to build targeted playlists and content. So it's really a great one-stop shop for everything learning.
So when you say training, I'm thinking of practitioners, but what if I'm a CMO?
Yeah, there's stuff in there for you as well.
Yeah.
There is a lot of content that's really focused on that practitioner because we're trying to upskill marketers and developers. But yes, we absolutely have content for everybody.
Okay. So what's the one takeaway that people who listen to this should do when it comes to Experience League? Like what's the number one tip
can that
from
be
you?
1.1 and 1.2?
Let's do that.
1.1 is go on to Experience League.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Secondly, create a profile. It's really important that you do that because if you can create a profile and create your profile, build out what your profile looks like. So add your experience level, add the products that you're interested in, then we will curate targeted playlists and content for you.
Sounds like you have a platform that supports personalization.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Shocker, huh?
Shocker, yeah. Well, I really appreciate you finding the time for this, Caitlin. And what are your plans for Summit rest of the day and tomorrow? Is that just standing at the booth?
I will be hosting demos of Experience League for the rest of the day, and then I'll be hosting a couple of our Ask Me Anything live sessions. So we've built out a stage. We've got customers like yourself and partners like yourself and our champions who are hosting sessions, sharing their experiences with our customers and opening the floor to Ask Me Anything questions.
Cool. Yeah. One last thing.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the hat.
Oh, you're so welcome. You have to wear it all day, though.
All day. I promise.
Great, thank you.
At least until you can't see me anymore.
This is perfect, yeah. But you need to walk by all the time.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much, Caitlin.
Thank you for having me.
Good. Hi, Derek.
Hey, Casper. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. Was it last year that you were in
EMEA?
Europe? EMEA? Yeah?
Yeah.
Doing analytics and advertisers?
Right.
Yeah. And now you're at Summit?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And just for the ones who may not know you, just quickly on what you do at Adobe.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a senior product manager for Adobe. I specialize in analytics, so Adobe Analytics as well as customer journey analytics, and been around the analytics industry for a little while, about 20 years.
20 years. And we were both part of Omniture and the acquisition, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So Casper and I go a little ways back.
And we just talked about that we're slowly getting older or not
right.
realizing it, but then we're holding the mics because we want to be young with them.
We want to be young with the young ones. Yeah. We got to be cool. We got to learn.
Exactly.
It's all about reinventing yourself.
Exactly.
But,
and when we talk about the industry, that Omniture acquisition, I always realize how old I'm getting. Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's coming up on 20 years for that.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Time flies.
Yeah.
What have you been doing at Summit, Derek?
So first, one of the best things like this is
Yeah.
to be able to connect with people and stuff. And I know everybody can't be there, unfortunately, and stuff, but I've had a couple of speaking engagements and stuff. We went over something that we do too hot for main stage, where we showcase some things that are coming in the
potential new features, right?
Exactly. Yep. Potential new features and get people's feedback and vote in on them and stuff. And so if you weren't able to come or you weren't able to come to Summit at all, I would say check that one out. And if you want to just reach out to me directly, if there's things that you want to see, please feel free to do that.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And that's one of the things I really like about Adobe is that you're actually listening to the community on what makes sense to put in the product.
Absolutely. We think that that's so important, and honestly, we've got the best community out there. The analytics community is amazing, and we love to partner with them.
Fantastic. So for those who didn't attend Summit, what are some of the features that they can expect in Analytics and CJA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say one that is CJA specific. It's the Data Insights Agent 2.0. So we've made tons of improvements in that. It's really cool, the kind of things it can do.
Okay.
Also something for Analytics and CJA. So we're releasing the MCP servers.
Yeah.
And so that's what that allows you to do if you're in Cursor, you're in Claude, you're
Copilot, I guess?
Copilot, there's Copilot integration.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, you're going to be able to connect to the MCP, so that way, if you're in your LLM of choice, you can start asking it questions, and it's going to be able to interface with Adobe Analytics, Customer Journey Analytics, to get some of those insights just really quickly. It's really cool to see some of the things that it's doing.
And timeline-wise, is that something that's coming out shortly after Summit, or is it?
Yeah, great question. So the MCP servers are going to be coming out a week from today, so the 29th. So
Nice.
it's going to be here quick. Next month is when DIA agent, so the Data Insights Agent 2.0, that's coming out. So just probably a few weeks after Summit.
Oh, okay, so it's actually pretty close. It's not just announcement and then Q4, Q1 next year.
Hopefully we'll see it before next Summit. No, it's not like that. Sometimes that happens, but no, these are coming out really soon.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What would be your biggest takeaway from this Summit?
Oh man, my biggest takeaway is how fast things are changing, and just for all of us, you've got to take time to learn some of these new things. But it's also
AI
super
specifically.
AI specifically, like it's super exciting to see how it's being able to augment and help us do things faster, do things that we otherwise would not be able to do as quickly, or in some cases, like I've done some things even with our tools, like interacting with building out SQL statements and stuff, doing stuff with Data Distiller that I don't have a lot of background on, but it's really enabled me to be able to play with a lot more than I have been previously, and so it's super cool.
Yeah, I can definitely recognize that as well. You know, I'm not a developer in any way, but suddenly I feel like a badass developer, right?
Yeah, you can do some cool things, and you can do it super quickly. Like I had this request that came in, and I turned something around in like less than 24 hours. That for me to actually figure out and do that without some kind of assistance from AI would have taken me days or maybe even weeks.
Yeah. Cool. Well, appreciate you giving some insights on what have been announced here at Summit. We're going to be meeting up with Jason Hickey.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Give him a hard time for it.
I will. And I was actually thinking maybe if there's a question that we should ask him, like you can come up with a question we should be asking Jason.
Man.
I'm putting you on the spot right now. I know that. Are you any integrations maybe? Oh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what would be good. Maybe what he sees the future of AJO and CJA together in this new AI landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take note of that and ask him about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to tell him that it's from you, though. So
absolutely.
So he might be giving you some heat afterwards.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Good. Thank you so much, Derek.
So good to see you, Casper.
Yeah, good to see you as well.
Okay.
Hey, Jason.
How's it going, Casper?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
I appreciate you finding time to meet us. I know this is probably busy times for you, right?
Yeah, always, man.
Always. Back-to-back meetings with clients.
Yeah, it's been really busy. I mean, meeting with a lot of customers. I had a session on stage, so, you know.
Just one, several sessions?
Just one for me, but my team manages all the sessions and labs for across customer journeys.
Nice.
So we had, I think, 4 labs and 8 sessions, and then we helped partner on about 4 more.
You've been busy.
Yes.
And speaking of all the sessions and what you and your team have been doing, just want to quickly introduce yourself for any listeners who don't know who you are.
Yeah, so I'm Jason Hickey. I'm the Director of Product Marketing for Journey Optimizer. And yeah, here telling everybody what we're doing across Journey Optimizer, Campaign, and Target.
Nice. And what are some of the announcements when it comes to AJO and maybe Target that's been this year that people who didn't attend Summit should know about?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, everything agents, right? Like it's all the rage.
Yeah.
We're no exception. And so I think this year brings a lot of new ways to work with Journey Agent in our product. So it's not just a chat experience where you're asking questions and getting answers, but it's more of this like in-context co-pilot for the work you're doing. And then always on and automating you, telling you about when things might not be working properly or when a journey might be not performing exactly how you want it. So it's those moments where it can actually prevent disasters. If you're not hands-on keys at your desk at that moment, you can get an alert going on. And then really all about opportunity identification and inspiration for what are the journeys you're not running and maybe you should. Yeah. So everything agents is going on there. And then for both Journey Optimizer and Target, MCP server. So, we're a lot of the announcements and innovations that you'll see us talk about is really like, we got to meet our practitioners where they are, and where they are is changing really rapidly. And I tell this anecdote that my team in product marketing, non-technical people, 6 months ago, we were all using ChatGPT to help write blog posts and things like that. But in the last 6 weeks, every single one of them has downloaded Claude code and is in the command line interface and building out prototypes and things that are going to help them be better product marketers. And it's turning everybody into builders, right? Yeah. So when you think about that, having the MCP server for both Target and Journey Optimizer is going to let you work in the place where you're working, whether that's Claude or Copilot or Gemini or ChatGPT, and start building in AJO and then getting information back. So that's a big one. And then I think the last one is AJO Loyalty. So super excited about this. It's a new expansion to the Journey Optimizer family of products, and it's helping you bring all of your loyalty data into the Adobe Experience Platform, and then normalize all that data with all the other experiential data, and then gamify it. So we built this really cool challenge service where you can have all these different tasks and then complete these challenges, message your customers about where they are in their challenge, and then give them rewards for when they actually complete the challenge. Okay. And of course, Loyalty Agent is going to help you better your loyalty program and find the people who are falling through the cracks.
Okay. And this loyalty, is that something that all AJO clients are getting, or is it a license? I think that's typically the question.
It is a license, but it is something where if that's your first foot in the door for Adobe, you don't have to buy the rest of the stack. You could actually just buy AJO Loyalty. Okay. But if you're already running on Journey Optimizer and you're doing all the really cool things, you can add that on and then supercharge your loyalty program.
Nice. And when are these things to be expected then or be available?
So Loyalty's in beta right now. So we've got beta signups. It's going to be released in August, so not too long from now. And a lot of the Journey Optimizer features actually we made available right before we came to Vegas, but we'll keep releasing them across the summer months. Pretty much everything I said is throughout May, June, and July, and August. Okay. We actually just heard back from Anthropic 2 days ago that our MCP server was accepted, so we'll be looking for that really soon.
Yeah, nice. And what would be the biggest takeaway from Summit for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think actually is that on the loyalty program, I had it in my head that it was more about points and rewards, but I've had a lot of interest from banks and financial institutions and wealth management and 401k providers who are saying it's not just about points. We want to gamify the progress here, and like, how do you inspire a generation that maybe not be as financially literate to grow their financial literacy? And so that's just one example, but it took away from me that like loyalty can be anything in any industry, and it doesn't always have to be a financial reward or incentive, and there's other ways to kind of gamify experiences to make better the experiences that your members or subscribers or patients or fans are having with your brand. And that was a huge takeaway for me. I think the other takeaway for me is just like, again, how rapidly the move to agentic workflows and headless workflows, and being able to say like, I love Adobe, I love Journey Optimizer, but there's some work that I want to do over here because I've got other things going on. And like how many hand raises and head nods we got on that. Okay, nice. And lastly, I've met with Derek just before meeting with you. Yeah, I'm going to get you, Derek.
And he had a question for you in regards to between CJA and AJO and AI, how that mix is... How do you see that future of that?
So I think it's great. I think that one of the cool things, and not everybody sort of realizes this, is when you talk about customer journey analytics and Journey Optimizer, it's not an integration, right? It's truly built on the same platform. So you're not moving data back and forth. It's all pointing to the same place, and it's all the same thing.
That's the benefit of AEP, right?
It's the benefit of AEP. And so when you're in Journey Optimizer, you might not be a full-on analyst. You might not be comfortable in analysis workspace, but we can have visualizations for you that make it easy. And then your analyst partners can build better visualizations or different visualizations and then pump those back into Journey Optimizer for you to get. But the AI part of it, I think, is the most interesting, is what I was mentioning before about like the disaster prevention. Because everybody thinks about, oh, we reacted to something that happened, and oh, if we had troubleshooted better, or if we had anticipated this better. But if you can use simulation to prevent the things before they happen, or even the anomaly detection that CJA is so great at, and apply that to all the things in journeys. And so what happens if you've got a journey that's usually has 1 million people every day running through it, and that drops to 100,000? And you can catch that instantly because something's going on and then react in the moment, like no matter where you are. I think those kinds of like AI and always on powered capabilities that are running off of all that shared data are going to make the lives of our practitioners significantly easier. And then I think the last part of it is how to take the data and build out inspiration, whether that's from customer journey analytics or content analytics, because you think about like the metadata and the context around all the content that you're producing. We're feeding all of that into Journey Agent so you can actually build better journeys and get better at the, the job of building journeys. And I think like all of those like really great touch points are just making the lives of our practitioners so much easier because they don't have to be analysts.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Jason.
You're very welcome.
Enjoy the rest of the summit.
Will do.
We're on last day here, and things are slowly wrapping up, right?
That's right.
You're going to be busy here the rest of the day, or?
I am. I'm jumping into a meeting right now, but I'll be around. My flight's been delayed 5 times already, so I think I'll see you a little bit more.
Okay. Well, have some great last meetings here, and hope to see you soon in Europe.
Absolutely. Thanks, Casper.
Thanks, Jason.